You go over like the canceling scores. I'm a little confused on that. Like, so if you get your score immediately afterwards, and then you can just completely just say I don't want that.
That's a great question. So typically, under most circumstances, for the vast majority, for every single test administration except July, you have 6 calendar days approximately before you decide whether to cancel. You can cancel at the test center. I wouldn't recommend it because, of course, you might be your temper might be high or something. You might be feeling kind of stressed out. Take a few days, think about it. Like I said, there's never really a reason to cancel. But for most test administrations, except July, you will not be able to see your score before deciding whether to cancel. Even for the digital LSAT going forward for like the fall, let's say September, October, November, even though it's digital and you might think it's a multiple choice test, why can't they just give you your score immediately, right? It's kind of crazy, but they don't. They want to do all kinds of detailed statistical analysis to make sure the exam raw score conversions performed as they expected. Basically, they want to make sure that test takers performed as they thought they would in their trials when they tested out those questions as experimentals previously. So even with the digital LSAT, you will have to wait 3 weeks before getting your score back. Now, for July specifically, they're letting you, after that three-week gap, see your score before deciding whether to cancel. Now, I think the only reason they're doing this is as kind of an olive branch to test takers, because the digital transition is scary for some folks. It's new. There's not that much out there about it. And so for that reason, I think that it's kind of nice of them to do that. But at the same time, it's creating more confusion than is really necessary, because there's never really a reason to cancel. That's an artifact from back when law schools did average multiple LSAT scores, but that policy changed back in 2006 when the American Bar Association said to law schools, we don't need the average of your students anymore. We only want the highest. And then US News only gets the highest. And so everything kind of changed around that. But law school and LSAC are both kind of bureaucratic old institutions that are very slow to adopt any kind of change, including technology. And so this kind of goes along with that, whereas they're still kind of offering cancellations and still kind of putting that option out there uniquely for July.